Good morning, everyone. It has been forever since I have been on live with you guys. I miss you guys so much. Thank you for being patient last week. It was a crazy week with Claire's birthday and the first week without school. And yeah, I don't know that this week is going to be any less crazy as it's Tuesday already. Holiday weeks are always so crazy. But yes, thank you so much for being patient. Thank you guys all so much for the love that you guys gave Claire for her birthday. I loved reading all of the birthday wishes and sweet comments and everything else. You guys are the best. You guys are like family, um and yeah, I appreciate it so very much that you guys love her and my kids and everybody as much as you guys love me. So maybe even more. I don't know. But anyway, thank you. I am so excited to be back in the office. My stamp pad here, if you will, and stamping. I have a lot of stamping fun this week, and I'm super excited. The first one I am excited to share with you guys today is this fabulous card using in colors. So you can see there's the green, which is Parakeet Party. And then actually I used both Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. I actually used Starry Sky for the flowers and the greeting, but the designer series paper is technically Orchid Oasis. So you can see how those two in colors really pair well together. Of course, that was uh on purpose. No, it was partially a mistake, but I really liked the way it turned out. And I just so happened to grab the Orchid Oasis designer paper, but then grabbed Starry Sky thinking that's what I used and realized that it was the two different colors. So you can see how the flowers are a little bit darker than the designer paper, but how those two colors really go so well together. So technically, there are three of the new in colors in this card. There's Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky as the stamped image. Parakeet Party, of course, as the greenery as well. But super cute. So I want to get started on how I made this. I started with a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and I cut it in half at 4.25. So rather than cutting it at 5.5, I cut it at 4.25. And I'll show you. So here's my 8.5 piece of paper. And normally I cut it in half going at 5.5. But I did 4.25. So this is more like an easel card. Good morning, Mary. Welcome. So excited to have you join us. You love the contrast? Yeah. Adding in that third color sort of gives it a little bit of a pop while also still staying in that same like color scheme, color family, color shade, however you want to call that. So the card base, I actually did with thick since it's white. Then anytime I use white or vanilla as my base, I like to use the thick cardstock just to give a little bit of a stronger, more secure feel to my card base. And I also wanted to let you know that really you could cut your cardstock in half and do of the 8.5 by 11 and do it either way. And people ask me why I do one way or the other. For the most part, I don't have a reason, but I actually kind of sort of do for this one. So this one is like an easel card, but you could also even do it like this and it would open sideways. Whereas normally it would open like this or like this. But this one I did like that, so that if I needed to trim off any, I would have a lot more surface to trim. So instead of trimming like on this big surface here, I just have the little one here. And by trim, I mean because I went all the way to the edge of my cardstock for all of these pieces. So, for example, I have different options here. So I'm actually going to do a few different ones to show you the different ways. I have just a 1" by 4¼ strip of the Designer Series paper. This is the In Color Designer Series paper pack. And like I said, this is the Orchid Oasis. Don't forget that there's the In Color starter kit that's still going on with that promotion this month. Today is the last day. But if you are loving the In Colors and wanting all of them, then that is a fabulous deal because you can get all of the In Colors, all 5 ink pads, this Designer Series paper pack, the cardstock multi-pack, as well as the In Color grid paper to use like on the back of your the background of your desk so that you don't make any messes on your desk or work surface, whatever that might be. But you get all of that for free on top of getting to pick out $125 in product. So super, super fabulous. It's like the best deal ever. And we all like a good deal, right? So of course I had to share it with you guys. But I'm using a lot of different prints. I will say this print is a little bit wider because it's the leftovers of what was left after I did 1" by 4¼ So that's why it looks fatter, because it is. But there's so many different fabulous prints in that Designer Series paper pack. As you can see, there's these like fun octagon polka dots. There's this stripe. There's the plaid. And there's also, let's see, what's on the back of the stripe? Oh, this like floral print. So lots of great options. And because why not, I am using many of them for this card. So I'm making sure to line up the cardstock side to side, but if it goes off just a hair, as it sometimes does, then I can trim it off. And that's kind of why I did this easel card, so that I would have more easy access to trimming off any overage. And for the most part, it's not much, but every once in a while, it's a little bit more. And that's just like, there's nothing wrong with that. It just so happens to be like, if you cut a little on the one side of 4¼ or a little on the other side of 4¼ then you end up with a smidge over or under. So it's really just a hair. Okay. Do we want to do the one in the floral print? Maybe I'll do it just because I almost feel like it like might clash as like floral on floral, but ooh, see, like that one's like really, really short. I don't know that I want to use that one then. That one, this one works, I guess. So how was everyone's holiday weekend? I hope you guys enjoyed the long weekend. We, after the birthday party, of course, my adhesive runs out. It feels like Monday. After we got done with the birthday celebration, it was a pretty chill weekend. Mary, thank you so much for sending the stars. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. So So for some reason, this one is super short. So I am just going to pull in my paper trimmer. Whoop. That's my older paper trimmer that actually I leave with just the score blade on it because I am awful. I normally don't use my score blade. Partially because I don't typically get out my my paper trimmer to score. And the other reason is because I always grab the cutting blade. Like if I were to score 3 times, one of those times I'm going to accidentally cut. Like it's just, it never fails. It was quiet for you. You made 3 cards. That's fantastic. I did not stamp. I cleaned up my stamp room at the end of last week, which was actually kind of nice to come to a nice clean room today. And it has stayed clean this whole time. I'm sure my stamp room was like, I miss you. I'm too clean. If my stamp room could talk. I don't know. Do your rooms talk? Maybe, maybe not. So now I'm adding a piece of the parakeet party just in the middle. There's one of those little pieces I cut off. But yeah, we've actually got out the pool, the little like a new style of pool. Last year we had like a big this one's way hanging off. Sort of like a big fairly deep pool. Enough that like Brad, Claire and I would all get in it. And it would be plenty of room. We haven't gotten that one out yet. I don't know. It's so much work to keep it clean and um, filled. It takes a lot of water. Whereas this one's like a little bitty one and Alex can splash around in it. It's really not that deep at all. So we got that out. It's supposed to be like 90 degrees today. So I'm sure we'll get in that after lunchtime. Which technically I should be outside now. And then inside this afternoon whenever it gets super hot, but it's Alex's nap time and Claire's with her daddy, so I am getting some work done. Okay. So now we have our bases, and then now it's time for our stamping. So I actually use the Uniquely Artistic stamp set, which is this one here. I know you guys have seen me use this one a lot lately. I think this is like the last one you might see for a while. So if you're kind of getting tired of this one, no worries. We're moving on to another one very soon. So I use this large flower as well as the bigger like greenery piece. And you guys all know how I don't really stamp random. I stamp in triangles. So that's what we're stamping today is a triangle. Do you guys see that triangle? So I'm kind of stamping like off to one corner and then rotating it just a bit, just for like a different look so that each of the flowers don't look so like perfect. And very minimal overlapping or anything. And then the greenery is just going to go like in between each one. And like the middle is going to look a little messy, but that's where your greeting is going to be. And I literally used a little scrap piece. Like, look at these. These are just strips that I then cut into a rectangle that would be big enough to fit my greeting. So technically you could make it bigger or smaller based on the greeting that you decided to use for your project. And I always love doing something like that because then I can switch up the greeting to be anything that I need. And I always need birthday cards. So birthday it is. Birthday, thank you. I make it look so easy. I have actually found that the more I like wing it, the better of a stamper I am. And I know that sounds crazy, and it probably just comes with like a little bit of a lot of bit of practice and a little bit of confidence with my stamping. But I always find that the more I like focus and get all nervous and like really go for it, then that's whenever I usually mess up because I like shake at the last minute or something. Whereas if I just like go for it, then it's good. One of the other things is I totally thought that these flowers looked off center and off kilter, like it was just like off looking. But now that I've assembled it completely, it doesn't look like that at all. So one of the other things, you just need to go for it, and not be so judgmental on your project. So you can see like these are a lot farther apart. These are a little bit closer. And like technically they're not really that far off. It's about like a 3/4 of a thumb, if that's a measurement. And then like the greenery goes to close to the edge and the flower goes close to the edge. So it works. And I actually have stamped a whole bunch of other ones. And you can see some of them are the same. Like then this one, what in the world did I do there? But we'll just add the greeting onto this little piece of smoky slate. And pop it right there in the middle. Seeing like this one, like the greenery, like kind of sort of barely makes it to that center, but that's okay. The other thing is we are always our biggest critics. And even I like will look at a card and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks awful. But then the next day I'll come into my stamp room and see the card and go, oh my gosh, that's a super cute card. When did I make that? Oh, yesterday. Oh, wait, that's that card I didn't like? Because the moment you make the mistake is the moment that you instantly start like judging it. But like once you kind of forget that you instantly did that, then and no one else is going to notice. No one knows what the original sample looks like. No one knows what the Pinterest photo is or what was in your head when you thought to make that card. So it's all good. So now we have to vote on which designer series paper we like the best for this card. Do we like the dots, the plaid, the stripes, dots, plaid, dots, or stripes? We also can't forget our bling. I still have my little die brush on the end of that one, so I have to find my other take your pick tool. And we're just going to add some iridescent rhinestones. I'm telling you guys, these iridescent rhinestones have become my favorite lately. I love them. Like, I don't know, rhinestones are so last year, and iridescent rhinestones are fabulous. Just kind of adding them in, again, a triangular pattern. Whether it matches up with the flower or with the greenery. I don't know. I actually think I kind of like the plaid. I feel like the plaid offers a little bit more of like a lighter look, and I think I kind of like it. Whoop. Which one do you guys like the best? You like dots? Hi, Dawn. Good morning. So there's dots and plaid and stripes. Dots, plaid, and stripes. Let me know which one your favorite one is in the comments below. I also think that this card would look super fabulous with Melon Mambo and Parakeet Party. Maybe even like Mango Melody, like that orangey yellow color. That would be super, super fabulous. You could also do this card with like a Merry Merlot towards like fall season and do even like Merry Merlot and shaded spruce. That would look so, I feel like that would be very elegant. Plaids, you're liking the plaid one? Yeah. So yeah, let me know what color combination you guys would like to see. Like I said, I think I really like the plaid, but before that, I liked the stripe. And one of the other things I will say is, oh, here's the other striped card. So the 6x6 designer series paper, I actually cut it where the stripes went up and down, but I do 4 1/4. So that's where you have that leftover. What's 6 minus 4 1/4 is 1 3/4, right? So that's why that one piece of designer paper was super thick because it was 1 3/4 rather than just 1 inch. And it goes the other way because like all of these go this way and then I don't have enough to go up and down. So I went side to side. So that's why you'll see some of the stripes go up and down and some go side to side. I do like the up and down a lot better than the side to side. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Again, no one's getting both cards to go, oh my gosh, she did this one different. I don't like it. But if you get just one of these cards, it's going to be fabulous. Melon Mambo, you think that would be fabulous? Okay, so yeah, you like the stripes, Dawn, going up and down better than side to side? I do too. So that's okay. So yeah, there's the two options with the stripes. Of course, the other two patterns, it doesn't really matter whether it goes up and down or side to side. So those look fabulous no matter what. But yeah, lots of different options. Sorry, this one is in a plastic cover to stay safe. So there's a little bit of a glare to that one. But yeah, so that is what I have. You do like them up and down. Yeah. What I have to share with you guys today, I am going to be working on the June stamps um, online stamp class. So that one is set for like June 20 something. I'm trying to look at my calendar that's like on the other side of the room. I don't know why, because I'm not going to be able to see that from here. So I think the glare of the plastic is making my camera go wonky. But yeah, so stay tuned for more information on the June online stamp class. It will be using some fun techniques with black and white designer paper and a fabulous greeting. So that's all I'm going to say for now. If you'd like to guess in the comments, you are more than welcome to. I'd love to see what you guys are excited about. But yeah, I'll be working on that. Don't forget, today's the last day of the month. So the last day to earn the In Color Glimmer paper for free with a $75 order. And then also the last day for that In Color promotion with the In Color starter kit. So if you have any questions at all on that, just reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. And I'm super excited for you guys to take part in that fabulous deal because it is super, super fabulous. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay cool and hydrated, sunscreen as well. And I will see you again later this week I do hope to be on again later this week as there's some fabulous promotions coming out in June as well. And because I missed you guys last week, so I hope to be on more this week to chat and hang out with all of you guys. So, hi, Diane. I'm glad you really like these cards. So excited to have you join on YouTube. And yeah, I love you guys all. Have a wonderful day. Happy Tuesday. Feels like Monday. Don't forget, it actually is Tuesday. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. See you later.